Hello everyone, welcome to CyberLink webinar. I'm Steven, the instructor for tonight's course. It's summer again, so it's time to plan your summer vacation. So today we are going to spend 1 hour to show you some tricks for using our PowerDirector to create great travel video. And also we'll show you some tips for using our mobile app, PhotoDirector Mobile and PowerDirector Mobile to create videos and photos when you're on the go. Okay, check it out. So before we start today's course, we are using YouTube live stream to do the live casting today. So you can see this is the interface you're seeing at your site. So if you encounter any glitches like the freeze frame or the audio distorted during a live cast, don't panic. You can simply reload and refresh the page to reload the video. Usually this will help. And to get the best viewing quality, please make sure you go to the setup icon and change the resolution to 720p, which you can get the best viewing quality. And we're having our CyberLink staff to do online support at the chat window. So if you have any question regarding the using of the software or regarding purchasing or offer, you can all ask a question. In the chat window. And for those who watch on YouTube, watch on Facebook, make sure you click the link above to access to our YouTube live stream so that you can get the best viewing quality. So let's start today's course. All right, so in today's course, we're covering 4 parts. The first part is using some template tools in PowerDirector to help you create video in 5 minutes. We'll demonstrate the Slideshow Creator, Theme Designer, and a new feature in PowerDirector 14 called Express Project, which can help you create video in pretty short time. And many of you are first time using PowerDirector or still new to the program, don't know how to start with. So we'll spend some time in the second section to talk about PowerDirector's interface, including what is timeline and how you can add more interesting elements like titles, particle, and animated object to your video using our PIP designer. And also we'll show you one interesting feature called motion tracker in PowerDirector 14, which is pretty cool for you to create some amazing effects. In the third part for today's presentation, we will show you a new product in our PowerDirector family called ActionDirector. And the fourth part in today's demo, we'll show you 2 mobile apps. PowerDirector Mobile is our Android app to edit video, and PhotoDirector Mobile is our photo editing app on Android and iOS. So we'll show you some interesting examples how you can create amazing videos and photos during your trip. So let's start. All right, so upon launching PowerDirector 14, you'll see there are 5 blocks: Full Feature Editor, Easy Editor, and Express Project, Theme Designer, Slideshow Creator. So the 3 icons at the bottom are the template-based tool in PowerDirector, which the Slideshow Creator can help you import your photo, and you can create a video slideshow pretty quickly. And we got a very interesting feature called the bit detection, which can map the transition of your video slideshows with the music bit. So make a very nice looking video out from your travel photos. And the second feature here you can see is the Theme Designer. It's a new tool we have since PowerDirector 12. So it can combine using your video and the photo elements. And we got more than 20 sets of 3D animated templates for you to choose from. So you can easily drag and drop your videos and photos to the template and create video in pretty short time. And those videos are looking awesome. And the third feature we'll show you today is Express Project. It's a new feature in PowerDirector 14, which is using the timeline interface of PowerDirector. So we got more than 30 templates in the Express Project room that you can drag and drop it to your timeline and use your video and photos in those templates to create a video. And the bad thing is that it's utilizing PowerDirector's timeline interface. So you got the most flexibility to do the editing and tweak of all the elements on the timeline. So this 3 template tool from easy to professional is Slideshow Creator, Theme Designer, and Express Project is the most professional one. Okay, so let's first take a look at this video. It's created by our Slideshow Creator. So you can see we use a lot of photos from my recent trip to Okinawa, which is a Sourcen island in Japan. So I create this video in just 2 minutes. I just import all my photos and add the background music so that PowerDirector can help me generate a pretty nice looking slideshow video in pretty short time. Okay, so let's see how to do this. Let me launch PowerDirector. So you see, again, here are 5 icons showing here. So you can click on the Slideshow Creator. Okay. Okay, so now that after you launch Slideshow Creator, you can import your photos from the folder. So for example, I got a lot of photos from my recent trip, so I import them all. So these are the photos I'm going to use to create a video slideshow. Then next, I'm going to select the style and music. So we got more than 10 templates for you to choose from to create a video slideshow. So for example, I choose this one, Sail, which is an effect you see in the demo video. The next step, I'll add the music to this video. So I can select the music track to this slideshow video. And we got some settings you can do in the Slideshow Creator room. The first one is the slideshow preference. Click it, you can select to fit your photos to music, which means you got the full length of music and the tempo, the photos is basing on the music, the whole length. Or the other way is that fit music to photos, which can give you a shorter video and the music will be trimmed basing on the length of your photo elements. Okay, and the other setting up is the music preference, where you can still trim down your music if you want it shorter, and we can enable the fading and fade out effect to not make the beginning and ending too strange or too sudden. And once it's done, you can click on Next. Then PowerDirector will start to generate a slideshow video for you. It'll take a little time. And remember that we said that we got a bit detection feature in the Slideshow Creator. So you can take a look at the video. Actually, it's following the beat of the music to change the photo slides. Okay, and here are some more things we can change in the slideshow. For example, like in this shot, I want the group shot in the main image, and while this flower shot at the right side. So we can go to the Customize room, and to select the slides you want to change, then simply drag and drop it to the image you want to replace, so that you now see this group shot is in the main image while the flower is at the right side. And when everything is okay, you can click on Next to produce your video. So you can either produce your video right away, or if you want to burn a disk, you can create this right away. Or if you want to continue editing, like adding some titles or adding more videos to this video slideshow, then you can go to Advanced Editing to go to PowerDirector's timeline interface to continue editing using PowerDirector. All right, so this is the Slideshow Creator. And next we will show you is the Theme Designer. Okay, so you can see this video is actually composed by a lot of photos and video from my recent trip to Okinawa. And you also see there are some text inside of the video, which you can change it even if you are using a template-based tool in PowerDirector. So using Theme Designer is pretty simple. That we can launch PowerDirector interface again. Okay, then click on Theme Designer. Now you'll enter the Theme Designer room in PowerDirector 14. Okay, so you see here are a lot of themes for you to choose from. So we have themes for Action Sport, like this one, and we have a theme look like a Facebook timeline, look like this one. Okay, so in this template, there are a lot of placeholders. The placeholders means the number, the place where you can put your videos and photo resources to. And this little text bubble beneath the thumbnail means how many photos or how many video placeholders you need to use in this template. Okay, so we got more than 20 sets of templates inside of the Sim Designer room for you to choose from. And inside of each template set, there are 5 template sequences, including 1 opening, 3 middle, and 1 closing. So there are many ways for you to assemble the video. You can either choose the whole sim set, or if you want to choose them one by one, like I want this, plus a Facebook scene, plus this ending. So I choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I totally choose 6 templates. Then next, I click on OK. Then you'll see these templates, these template cards have been adding to my template sequences. And if I want to add my media to the media room, I can import the media from my folder. So for example, here, a lot of videos and photos. I can add them, open, so that your medias and photos are imported to the template. And the next thing we'll do is we want to drag and drop the media content to the template, like this way. Okay, so that you see your videos and photos are being put in the library. And let me try with this one. Okay, so you see here are some different icons showing up here. Like this one in placeholder number 2 means you can use videos or photos. And in placeholder number 3 means you can use only photos. So for example, I want this video showing here. I can put it in this template. Okay, so let's take a look what it looks like. So you've got a pretty nice opening of the video. And we see here is a placeholder for the text. So you can change in the text settings here. Type in the text you want. Then you need to take some time. You can see now that the text has been changed to Okinawa, where I travel to. Okay, then you can follow the same procedure to check if there are other texts in this template. For example, here's another placeholder, so I can change the text at this site. And we selected a lot of videos and photos in this template. And since I'm using a video here, but since this video is a little bit too long, so if you want to trim down the video, you can click on this video icon and click the trim clip, the trim icon, this scissor icon. Then you can trim down the video to make it shorter. Okay, and click OK to pass the footage back to your project. So you'll get something like this. Okay, and we still see a lot of placeholders in the template cards. And if you're too lazy to do this filling one by yourself, you can select all the media, the videos and photos here by pressing Control-A. Then click on this autofill icon to fill it by library order or using videos first in the placeholder. So you can see now your videos and photos are filling into all these templates automatically. Okay, then the video is done and it looks pretty great. And when it's done, you can simply click on OK. Then you can send this object back to timeline. Then you can produce your video with PowerDirector. All right, so this is the Sim Designer in PowerDirector 14, which is pretty easy tool for you to use. And before we start the third template tool, Express Project, we want to spend some time to introduce you the main interface of PowerDirector, which is a timeline interface in the full feature editor. So upon launching PowerDirector, you'll see the user interface is being split in 3 parts. The top left part is a media room where you put all your media resources like your photos, your videos, or your music in. And there are also more other tools like the effects, PIP, particles, titles, and transitions for you to choose from. So this means all the elements you can use to edit your video. On the top right side is the preview window where you can preview the media content in your media room, or you can preview the real-time editing result on your timeline. In the bottom part of the interface is the timeline interface, where is a major editing workspace for PowerDirector. So you take a closer look at the timeline interface. So see the timeline is divided by 2 axes. The horizontal axis means time and frames. Okay, so you see there are 4 digits of number in this timeline, which represents hour, minute, second, and frame. So for example, if you're shooting a video in 30p, means you have 30 frames in 1 second. So you can imagine you are composing the 1 second of video using 30 still image. So this is the frame represent 4. And the horizontal axis means the timeline tracks. So it's more like the layer concept. You can put things layer over layer that you can create a pretty interesting mix of the video by using different combination of the resources from your media room. So PowerDirector support 100 tracks of timeline. And the timeline concept is simple, that the smaller the track number is, it means it's at the background, and the larger the track number is, means it's at the foreground. So for example, in track number 1, we got the video as a background, and in track number 2, there is a PIP object, and in track number 3, there is a text. So you can get a video like this, the PIP object overlaid on the background video, while the text is overlaid on both PIP object and the background video. So this is the timeline all about. So now let's launch PowerDirector to see how to use the timeline. Okay, so as you can see, I already got a lot of resources available in the top left side, which are my videos and photos. And if you want to resize it, resize the thumbnail size, you can click on this resize button to make the icon larger or smaller. Usually I want it smaller so that I can see clearly what's in the media room. Okay, and as you can see here, the first object in the timeline, we got the track number 1. Here's a video. Track number 2 is a PIP object. Track number 3 is a text. So it creates a video like this. So let me delete it first. Okay, so to edit the video works this way. I can drag and drop the first object to the timeline, and I can trim it down by selecting the left or right side of the video so that you got the shorter video. And I want this to be in the front, so I put it into the beginning of the video. And mouse over this timeline track, you can drag left and right to adjust the size of your timelines. Now that I got the background video, next I want to add some PIP object. So we got a lot of objects in this PIP room. You can click on this little flower sign to see it. So these are the new templates from our recent released themed travel pack 4. So there are something like the location mark, or like this navigation map, or like this more like aerospace style, or like this is a campus. So let me choose this one. I want the location mark overlaid on the background video. I can make it longer. Okay, now that I want this mark smaller, so I can adjust the size by clicking on the control handler. and I can move it around or even can rotate it. All right. Then next step, I want to add some text. So you can go to the text room. Here, again, we have a lot of text built in. And let me show you something from our latest Travel Pack 4. Okay, we got this type of road trip style title templates, or like this, or like this one. And you can not only import from the built-in template, you can also create some titles by yourself. So for example, I got this text I done before. I can drag it and drop it to the timeline so that you can now see the text is overlaid on the template. Get a video like this. Okay, so to create a title using PowerDirector is also pretty simple. You can go to the title room, click on this, add the 2D title, 3D title. Then you enter the title designer room where you can type in your own text. We've got some tools. For example, you can increase the text size. You can change the font face. Like this one. Okay, I put it in the center. And we also got a lot of presets for you to choose from if you don't know how to create your own text style. And if you don't want to use a preset, you can also tweak with the font setting by yourself. So you can go to font face, like I want it to be a 2-color gradient color and the font. So get the text like this one. And we also got tools like the reflection, which you can create a reflection effect like this. And you can also apply font shadow if you want the text to stand out. And if you want some borders by side of the text, you can add the border and assign the border size and the color here. Okay, so this is what the text is look like. And also you can set the entrance and the ending, the starting and ending effect for this text. So you can go to the effect room where you can set the starting effect. For example, I choose this one as a starting effect. So the starting effect will show at this time duration. So if I want to make it longer, I can drag the darker green part longer, or I can drag left to make the darker green part shorter so that the animation will come in faster. Okay, and the same at the end of the video of the text title, I can also add some more effect for ending, like this one. And again, I can use this handler to control the length of the effect. Once it's done, you can click on Save and rename it. Then you'll see this template has been added in your timeline room. And to use it, just drag and drop it to the timeline track. Then you'll get some video like this. So this is how you create a title by yourself. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let me take down this part. All right, and the next feature in timeline, we're going to show you a new feature in PowerDirector 14 called the motion tracker. So see, here are 2 clownfishes swimming in the aquarium. So I add some text like Nemo and Marlin following their movement. So we are using a new tool in PowerDirector called the motion tracker to do this. And motion tracker allows you to track a moving object in your video. And after tracking the motion path, you can add some text or graphic or video effects to follow the movement of the object you track. So to use motion tracker, select the clip on timeline, go to Tools, and click on Motion Tracker. Then you will enter the motion tracking interface. Okay, now that you see a selection window, you can move it around and select the part you want to track. For example, I track this the head of the clownfish, and click on Track. So you see now PowerDirector is starting to analyze the moving path of the first clownfish. And once it's done, I can add the text. For example, I add Nemo, and I wanted to show the top left of the clownfish. And furthermore, we can change the font here. And I want it bold, italic, and I want to add the border by side of the text. Okay, so now you create the first motion tracker. And the bad thing about PowerDirector's motion tracker is that you can actually track more than one object in one clip. So you can add a tracker by clicking this icon. And I add a second tracker to track the second clownfish. So again, PowerDirector is starting to track the second clownfish's movement. Okay, when it's done, I can again adding a text of the second clownfish. And again, I change the font face, border, and etc. Okay, now that you got this video done, so let's take a look what it looked like. So this is pretty cool. You can use it to make your travel video look better, like marking the name of your kids when he's running around, or marking something you see in the video you take. So once it's done, click OK. You can send this object back to your timeline, so you get motion tracked video with the moving text following the movement on your video. All right, so this is for the timeline interface and motion tracker. And next, we'll show you how to use Express Project. So you already see this short video at the beginning of our demonstration. And this video comes with a lot of nicely looking text, transition, a lot of picture-in-picture effects. And you may probably wondering how long time it take me to do this video. 3 hours, 5 hours? No, actually, it only take me around 10 minutes to create this video using our new tool called the Express Project. Okay, now let me open the Express Project template so you can know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a project I created previously, so I got a lot of videos and photos inside. And you see this complicated timeline. They got the background image and got some videos and photos overlaying on it, and with a lot of this PIP effect. So if you want to assemble a video by yourself, like this one, even though you're very skillful, you probably need to take like 3 to 4 hours to make everything work. However, in PowerDirector 14, we got a new feature called the Express Project that we got a lot of template pre-designed that you can use a template to create a video like this. So to enter the Express Project, you can go to the media room and select on this scroll down menu and find Express Projects. Now you'll see there are a lot of templates available for you to choose from. Let me enlarge it up a little bit so you can see clearly. So it got themes like the adventures, like this one. Usually we use it for travel video. And inside of each template, there are a lot of placeholders like these photos here. And we already got a lot of building effects and PIPs in this template. So we got more than 20 set of templates inside. So we got themes in travel, like the adventure one. We got the romance one, like the anniversary. Usually people use it for wedding video. Okay, and we also got some templates for action sports, like this one. That if you're action sport lovers, you can use this template. And the template I'm choosing today is this one, the navigator template. And this is a new template in our recent release, Travel Pack 4. It's pretty nice, very modern design. So to use the Express project, it's very simple. You can drag and drop the template to your timeline. And the best thing is that in the Express project, we are having several different segments in one video. So we got the opening part, the middle part, and the ending part for you to choose from. And you can, if you want to use either of them, you just click on it and drag and drop it to timeline. So you get this template being imported to the timeline like this. So to add more, I can add a middle and add the ending. Then follow one by one. Okay, and another benefit for Express project is that you can mix all these templates. So for example, I want to choose another set here. I just drag it and drop it to the timeline. So it doesn't matter how long you want your video be. You just select the segments you want to add to your video. So you can do it pretty quick. All right, then next step, we want to replace these placeholders on the template. So you see on the timeline, there are placeholders sorted by number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can go back to your media room to find your media content. Then the next step is very easy. Just select the video or photos, and then drag it and drop it to the timeline to replace the placeholder. Okay, so for example, here are 6 different segments in this video. So I just replace the videos one by one. Then you'll get the video look like this. Using my customized videos and photos and filling in the template with a lot of pre-designed titles and transitions. And for the titles, you can also edit the content in the title. For example, this one is a title object that got this travel often text, and I want to change it. I simply need to double click on this object, and I can change to the text I want. And slightly locate it. And I can also change this month here because I go there in April. Okay, and once it's done, click on Save. You'll see now the text have been changed into the text I want. This is pretty cool. And the best thing about timeline is that you can freely alter or change the segment inside. For example, I want to delete this part, just select it and delete it. Then I can make my video shorter. Okay, so the only thing you need to do is find the template in your Express project and replace it with placeholder. And one thing to remind that the Express project doesn't include any music inside because the segment you choose might be different, so we didn't put the music in the Express project. So if you want the music background, you can go to your media room to find the music, then put it on the audio track or any timeline to add the music to the background. Then your video is done. Yeah, it just take you like 5-6 minutes to find the right template, then put your photos and videos in the placeholder and add your music to the timeline, then your video is ready to go. So really, we encourage you guys to try this new Express project in PowerDirector 14 that you don't need to take too long time to create a professional looking video. You just use the templates and you can create an awesome video in short time. All right, so this is the Express project demo. Then it's all our introduction about PowerDirector today. So a quick reminder that PowerDirector is timeline-based editing tool, and we offer complete editing tools inside of PowerDirector, like you can add title, transition, particle effects, etc. in the video. And some of you probably are pretty new to video editing and still think PowerDirector a little bit complicated. So here's a good news to share with you. We got another new member in the PowerDirector family called ActionDirector. We just released it in April, and the price of ActionDirector is half of the price of a PowerDirector. We're selling it at $49. And ActionDirector is an easier way, easier interface for you to use. It's using the Storyboard interface, so it doesn't have that complicated multi-layer timeline. Instead, it's using a storyboard that you just need to put your videos in sequence and adding background music. Then your video is done. So it's a pretty easy tool to use. And if you are still too lazy about putting together them one by one, we also have the theme designer tool inside of ActionDirector that you can create the video using the theme designer templates. Okay, so ActionDirector's interface look like this. It's pretty similar to PowerDirector. That the top left side is a media room, top right side is a preview window, while the bottom side is a storyboard that we were talking about. Okay, so the storyboard is you put these videos by sequence, then it will compose a video for you. So now let's launch ActionDirector. So upon launching ActionDirector, you'll see the same. Here's a storyboard interface at the left side and the theme designer at the right side. And you can also see your recent projects at the bottom. So I want to start from scratch. So I can open ActionDirector. Now that you enter this interface. And the second step, I will add some of my personalized videos and photos to ActionDirector. So I click on the, I'll select some videos and photos from my library, and you can drag and drop it to the media room. Then this content are being imported. And the next thing we'll do is to compose a video. So for example, I got some videos here. I can put it, drag it and drop it to the timeline one by one. Okay, now that you already see these videos are put in sequence, and here are still 4 digits showing underneath the video, which means the time duration for this video. So if I want to make the first clip shorter, I can click on it and click the scissor sign to enter the trim interface to trim down the video a little bit. Okay, and you also see here are some icons like a fix and action effects above in the toolbar. So the action effect allows you to add some action speed effect to your video. So there are some frequently used technique in actions for video, like we have slow motion, fast motion, or we want to add freeze frame to highlight the part we want to highlight. So to do it, it's very simple. Open this clip and create a time shift. So for example, at the beginning of the video, we want the whale shark to swim faster. So we make the time shift longer, and we apply a speed effect to make it like 4 times faster. And then in the middle of the video, we want to make it slow motion, or make it doing like the repeat play or reverse play. So I can add some repeat and reverse effect here in this second time shift. And also I want the third play slower, so I can make it slower, so the last play will be slower. And also in this shot, I want to apply a few more things, like I want to create a freeze frame, and then I want to create a zooming effect. So I can add the freeze frame and apply zooming effect to the part I want to highlight. I want to highlight on this part. Okay, now it's done, so let's take a look what the video look like. So see this repeat play 2 times, plus the third time is a slow motion. And here we got the highlighted freeze frame. So it's pretty easy to apply this kind of action effect in ActionDirector. And we also have this feature in PowerDirector. So if you want to use it in PowerDirector, the same, click on the footage on your timeline and select Tool and Action Camera Center, then you can enter the same interface. And also we got some other effect like the fix and enhancement. So for example, this video, the color, because it's in a cloudy day, so the color isn't that good. So I can go to the fix panel. Sorry. where I can choose some color preset to make it more visually pleasing. So I'll add this countryside effect so that you can see the green part and the blue part are being enhanced, which is good. I can add it back to my timeline. And next, we want to add some titles to the beginning of the video. So you can go to the title room and select the title we want. For example, I want to add this one. Select it and drag and drop it to the timeline. Now you have a title at the beginning, and click on the edit sign to enter the interface. And I can edit the text. And you'll get the title look like this one. Good. Then I can click on save, click on OK to bring it back to timeline. Now that you got the video with the nicely looking titles at the beginning, and you also got some videos, you've applied the video replay effects. Okay, and one more thing you can add is a transition. That between the clip, you want the transition be smoother. So you can go to transition room and drag and drop some transitions between the clip. Now you'll get the video with transition like this. The transition will be added between the clips. All right. Then the last thing, we want to add some music. So you can click on this Add Music icon and select the music track you want. And you can, like, if you want to trim down the music, you can do this. And you can also apply something like the auto fade in, fade out to make the music better. Now your video is done and ready to share, and with a nice music track in the background. Okay, so when it's done, you can click on Produce. Then you can produce it to file or share on Facebook and YouTube using ActionDirector. So ActionDirector is a pretty easy tool for you to use if you don't want a very complicated video editing software like PowerDirector. Then you can use ActionDirector's Storyboard to create a video in pretty short time. All right. Then comes to the last part. We want to show you some mobile apps of from CyberLink. So the first app we want to show you is PowerDirector Mobile. Yes, we got the mobile version for PowerDirector, and it's only available on Play Store for Android version. So the PowerDirector Mobile it shares the same experience as the desktop version. So it provides very powerful timeline editing interface that you can freely arrange the sequence of your footage, and you can easily trim, rotate, adjust the video speed using the tools inside. And we also got a lot of templates in PowerDirector Mobile. You can add things like video effects, or like adding some stickers, titles, and transition to your video to make it better. And if you want to share your video, you can use PowerDirector Mobile to export video up to full HD quality. But we want to remind you that the free version of PowerDirector only allows you to export to SD quality. And if you want to export to full HD quality video, you need to upgrade with $5.99 with in-app upgrades for PowerDirector. So if you try this software and you really like it, you can consider in-app upgrade, in-app purchase to upgrade to the paid version. And if you only need the standard resolution software, then you can simply use the free version. Okay, and one interesting feature in PowerDirector Mobile is the support for CyberLink Cloud. So for example, if you are going out, you use your smartphone to shoot a lot of video, and you want to produce your video on the way, so you produce some video, but still you want to make it better when you go back home. You want to use a PC to edit your software. So in this case, you can upload your project from your mobile phone to CyberLink Cloud and go back to your PC to download the project to continue editing it on PowerDirector Desktop. which is pretty nice and pretty good tool for those people who have a lot of requirement for editing on the go, or you are using mobile phone as part of your editing devices. So now let's take a look at PowerDirector Mobile. So here's a screen of my phone, so you can launch PowerDirector Mobile. So see, this is a welcome interface where you can see some project you edited before are showing here. And if you want to create a new project, simply click on the new project icon. Click on OK, you enter the editing interface. So here you see 3 icons, which means your videos and photos and music. Okay, so to add a video to timeline is easy. Click on the folder to open, then click on the video, click on this plus sign, then you can start to add footage to your timeline. So like I want 5 videos in total. And you can use your finger to scroll on the timeline to the part you want. And the next thing is that if you want to trim down the video, simply select on the clip, then use this control handlers to make it shorter. So I want to trim down all these 5 clips. Simply select them and make them shorter. All right. So now that you see this video are shorter, they are being trimmed. And next step, we want to add some opening text and some graphical icon objects in the beginning part. So you can go to this overlay icon to select text, where we got a lot of building text for you to choose from. So I choose this plain text. And again, I want to make it shorter. And to edit the text, click on it. You can enter some text you want. And click on OK to send the text back to timeline. And you can use a control handler to resize it. I think this text is a little bit plain, so I want to add one more thing. I want to add a sticker to decorate it. So we got a lot of building stickers in the sticker room, and if you want to get more, you can click on this Get More, where you can download more stickers to your video. So the stickers with this video icon means it's an animated sticker. All right. So for example, I want to add this geotag. And I can move it a little bit front. Okay, now you see the geotag has been added to your video. And we want to resize it. The same, click on this control handler to resize the location mark and drag it and drop to the place you want. So now that you already see the animated object and the text have been added. All right, and the next step, we want to add some transitions between each clips. So you can click on this transition icon where you can enter the transition room interface. You can click on the plus sign to add the transition. And we got more than 20 transitions for you to choose from. So it's very simple. Click on the transition placeholder you want to replace, then add a transition to your timeline. All right, and again, if you want to create some slow motion or fast motion video, like this one, we want to make it slower, then we can select on slower or faster. We can select this clip and go to this edit icon, here you can see a lot of more tools like a volume. You can mute the clip or turn off if you want the volume up or volume down. You can switch that volume, and you can crop the video, or you can do things like rotate the video. If you are taking your video in vertical composition, you probably need to turn it to horizontal. You can use this rotate icon. Okay, and the thing we want to do here is speed. So we click on speed, and we can apply some speed effect. Like I want it faster. I want it 4 times fast, 2 times faster. And I want the starting and ending be smoother. So I apply the ease in and ease out. So now you get a video like this. All right, so if everything is done, then next I want to add some music track to this video. So I go back to the media room and select some music I want to add. All right, so now everything is done. Let's take a look what it looked like. We got this video with some titles, great transitions, and with background music. Okay, everything seems nice right now, so you can go ahead and produce a video. So you can click on this produce video icon, where you can either save this project to gallery or share on Facebook or YouTube. Or if you want to produce to file format, you can produce to Full HD, HD, and SD quality. And remind again that for the Full HD output only supported in the paid version. So you can do, if you're using the free version, when you attempt to click on this Full HD icon, you will pop up an upgrade option to ask you if you want to upgrade to the full version. Then it only takes you $5.99 if you want to produce the Full HD video. And the last one is export to CyberLink Cloud. So we can do this and click on export. Then PowerDirector Mobile will start to uploading files to your CyberLink Cloud space. Then if you want to continue editing using your desktop later on, you can use this icon. You can use this feature. All right, so let me show you. This is the file I uploaded previously. So you'll get the project file like this one. And you also got the media resources I use in this video are being archived and being downloaded, and the music I use, and also the PIP object I use in this video. So I can open this project again to continue editing on my PowerDirector on my PC. So you see now all the medias and music are in place, and this video with the titles and PIP you set are being imported as well. So you can continue with further editing on your desktop if you want to continue with more sophisticated or more complete editing effects using PowerDirector desktop. Okay, so that's an introduction for PowerDirector Mobile. So again, it's available on Google Play Store, and you can download it for free. We didn't put the limitation on most of the features, so you can use it freely. And if you want to have a higher quality Full HD output, or if you want to remove the watermark at the on the video, and then you can upgrade to our full version with $5.99. All right, then the last app we are showing you is PhotoDirector Mobile. So you guys already know that we have a PhotoDirector on PC and Mac for years, and now that we are bringing the experience for photo editing to your smartphone as well. So we provide the PhotoDirector Mobile for Android and for iOS. So PhotoDirector Mobile provides a lot of great tools for you to choose from, like easy crop or rotate, and a lot of tools for you to adjust the colors, like the saturation or using the curve tool. And you can use the removal tool if you want to get rid of some body in your photo. And we also have the HDR effect. And we have another effect called the Insta Fill, which can easily turn your 16:9 photos to 1:1 aspect ratio, which you want to upload to your Instagram. And we also allows you to use a lot of freeze frames and collages in PhotoDirector Mobile. So let's take a look at the PhotoDirector Mobile's demo. All right, so upon launching PhotoDirector Mobile, you'll see 4 icons. There are Edit, Collage, Templates, and Tutorials. And click on Edit. You can find the files on your phone to do the editing. So for example, I go to my gallery to find some photos from my recent trip to Okinawa. So I choose this one. All right, the first thing I want to fix here is that this is a nice beach in Okinawa. However, there's this little rock on the beach which don't look so good. So I want to get rid of it. So you can click on this removal tool. Then use your finger to select the rock, the object you want to remove, and click on Apply. Okay, pretty cool. Now that this rock has been removed, this is the original one, and this is the edited one. Good. Click on Yes. Then this is not enough. I want to do some tweak with the colors. So I can go to the Adjustment tool. The first thing I will use is the Curve tool. So if you are familiar with photo editing or image processing, you probably know the Curve tool very well. So I want to enhance the highlighted part, make it brighter, while making the darker part darker, which we usually say this is a highlight and shadow effect in the photo editing. So when it's done, you can see the color is getting better, more condensed. This is the original one and the edited one. Click on Yes to save it. And the next step, I still want to enhance some color. For example, I want the blue part be bluer. So you got this saturation tool where you can increase the saturation for all the photo. Okay, and we also got this pointing tool. You click on this pointing side, then pick on the part on your photo, finger up to increase the blue part, finger down to decrease the blue part. So it's pretty easy to use. So now that you can see the blue is very, very blue. Once it's done, click on Yes. Okay, you can save it. And we also have the HDR effect in the adjustment tool. So we can use HDR to enhance more detail or add more like a dramatic look to your photo, like this one. Okay, this is a before, and with the HDR effect, you see everything is standing out. Okay. Now this photo is pretty nice, but because I want to share it to my Instagram, so I want I usually Instagram only allows you to upload a 1:1 photo, but this original photo is 16:9, and I don't want to crop it because I think the coastline is looking pretty good. So I can use this Insta Fill feature in PhotoDirector, which will automatically add a blur background at the top, at the and the bottom to make it 1:1. Then you got a nice photo to use for Instagram. And I also want to add some frames, so you can go to Frame Room to choose a frame you like. And you can also click on this More to download more frames. If you want more colorful frames, you can also choose from the Frame Room. So I choose the most plain one, like this one. Click on OK. And the last thing, I want this photo look like a postcard, so I have to add some text to it. So I can add text. Ooh. And select yes. Now I got the text on the photo. And we also got a huge range of colors for you to customize, or you can also choose different font if you want to make it different. So I choose this font and adjust the position a little bit. Click on yes. Now your photo is done. You can click on save to send it to your Instagram. And you don't need to do the crop again because it's been perfectly made in 1:1. And you don't need to apply any preset anymore. So simply upload it by adding some hashtags or some text. Then click on OK. Then you'll see now that this photos has been added to my Instagram. Pretty nice. All right, so this is the first demo for PhotoDirector. And next, we'll show you something more that we got this new feature called Splash, which can help you isolate the color. For example, you want to only highlight one color in your photo while making other part black and white. So I'll choose these photos of the flower. So you can see the flower is in pink and yellow, while the leaf at the background is in green. And I want to get rid of the green part. I only want to keep the flower color, so I can go to this splash tool, then select it, select the pink part. So you can see now the pink part has been selected. However, the yellow part has gone, so you can click on this eraser icon, click on Add, to add the part you want to keep. Okay, now it looks good, but there's still some part in the background here, still in red. So I can click on this minus icon to brush on it. Okay, good. Now that I got the photo with the background removed, and background turned to black and white, while the flower is still in pink. So you can see this is pretty nice. So we can click on yes to save it. And we still want to make it standing out more. So we got another tool called the blur tool, where you can apply this radial blur effect that will make the background part more blurred while the flower part remain clear. Okay, done. Now that you got these nice photos ready to share. So this is the demonstration for Splash and the blur tool. All right, then the last one we are going to do is pretty interesting. It's the reflection effect. So this is the temple I visited in Okinawa, and it's on the solid ground, but I want it to show like it's by a riverside or by a lakeside that with a reflection. So we got this new tool called Mirror. So the mirror allows you to create a mirror image like this. Okay, so I select the top and under layout, and I can, using the drag and drop tool, the drag tool to drag to the position I want. So now that it looks like it's floating on the water, good. But the reflected part, it's a little bit fake. Still, we want to add some water ripple to it. So we can go to the Blender tool. The Blender tool allows you to blend and overlay an image on your photos. So you can use the image built into PhotoDirector Mobile, or you can add from your gallery by yourself. So for example, I choose this water image and adjust the position a little bit. Now you see the temple, the reflected part is in the water with a ripple. And we got a lot of different overlay type. It's like this hard lines, green, multiply, or overlay. I think the overlay one is look more nature. So I select it and click yes. Now it created this reflected effect. And the next thing we'll add here is that I still want it to look a little bit more retro style. So we can go to the overlay, and we got some lilac effect that it can simulate the lilac effect like you're taking the photo using film. So we got a wide range of lilac effect for you to choose from. So for example, I choose this one, click yes. And also one other thing we can add here is a lens flare. So you can do things like lens flare, you can move it around, and you can resize it or rotate it. Okay, and the last thing is that I want the lower part be a little bit blurred so that it will look real. So I go to the blur tool, I choose the linear type, where I can choose to turning the reflective part a little bit blurred. All right, it's done. It's pretty nice. And the last thing I will add is to write some text on it. So we got this pretty cool tool called the pen tool that you can write something on it. So in the pen tool, you can see here is the style where we can do things like this neon light, or this, or like this. Okay. So I'll choose the neon light one, and I want to choose a color, make the border in pink, and the size smaller. When it's done, I can write on my photo. Yep. So it's done. Click save. You got these nice photos created by yourself, and it's from a mobile app. And the best thing is that this mobile app is free. So if you want to try it, you can go to Play Store and iOS Store to search for PhotoDirector Mobile and to download it. Okay, so that's for today's presentation, and I'll give you guys